After exceeding expectations in the club's debut season, West Coast entered 1988 full of confidence. Despite a string of losses midway through the year, Eagles captain Ross Glendenning powered his troops home, winning the last 5 games of the season. The stage was now set. West Coast would play finals football.
It was great that in '88 we got to that point where we could make a final, because what were we, 11 and 11 in '87, so we were just short of a final finish. We'd got a couple more players coming in that gave us a bit more experience, and there was a new coach in John Todd, a bit of a new structure around the club, and so we make a final.
Take the mark, but plays on well. Spears one in short, he was looking for Matera, at the back is Glendenning. The meat in the sandwich, Matera onto Renstead, back to Glendenning, this could be another one. He shoots at goal, he puts it through.
And I think through the course of the year, there were times I thought, are we going to be good enough? And other times with some of the games we played, I thought, no, we are.
With a comfortable 22-point lead heading into the main break, West Coast hit a wall in the third quarter, conceding 6 straight goals to a rejuvenated Melbourne side. After a spirited fourth quarter fight back, players could only look on as Melbourne great Gary Lyon took control of the match.
I do remember Gary Lyon's snap. It was pretty heartbreaking, putting them in front.
Lovell is there, Williams is there, he needs support, throws it out to Lyon, he shoots, he goes, Melbourne are in front.
But there was time for us to have one more crack at it. So the last play I was involved in, I was on ball, and it was a ball up. I actually got the clearance out, handball, that just bashed a handball forward. That was our last roll of dice. That was probably all I had left in the tank.
Down towards the half-forward line. Malaxos picks it up with his left foot. 10 seconds remaining. The shot by Renstead is off target at 1 point, and that will be the decider.
Oh, really? It just comes down to the end. I think what happens earlier on in the game is just sort of blends in with everything else that you sort of do in a game of football. But certainly the end, when you go out to win games of footy, and unfortunately we fell agonisingly short, and everyone pointed the finger at Murray Renstead, and it was never Murray Renstead's fault. That was one of those moments in a game, and if you go back through, there were other moments, there are other shots at goal that other players missed, and if we had have been better at executing earlier in the game, then it wouldn't have been relying on that last kick.
I'll never forget that pivotal moment when poor old Murray Renstead, who's never actually recovered from this, and sort of at the end of that, it's sort of, I don't know what happened, his footy career never, he went to Collingwood, now he's living up north, I believe, fantastic fella. But got sick of people asking him why he never handballed to Ross Glendenning in the goal square, and decided to have a shot at goal. And of course he famously tried to kick the goal. We lost narrowly and we missed out on the final series. Again, I had the perfect view, as usual, from the bench.
Fortunately, we didn't get over the line. We had our chances, but it was disappointing. But it gave us that belief that now in finals football we could still match it with the best.